guys. Now it's time for the 11 o'clock new, which are brand new pods that premiere every weeknight at 11 p.m. Now, for some Americans in certain places like LA, a car is very necessary because it's so spread out, and let's face it, the public transportation is not that great. Now, in other parts of the world, bicycles or motorbikes are the main means of transport for various reasons. And in this next pod, CJ contributor Cathy Hue takes us to Vietnam to take a look at the good old bike and how it's almost a way of life.
Like India and China, Vietnam has long been a nation that rolls on 2 or even 3 wheels. Riding in a bicycle, rickshaw, or cyclo is a quintessential Vietnamese experience for many tourists. For expatriates, joining the flow of traffic is merely one aspect of their cultural integration. But if you weren't raised in this velocentric culture, you might be shocked by much of what you see. Having a pair of wheels in Ho Chi Minh City is more than just a diversion and not simply about getting from one place to another. It's a necessity.
He's got a 5,000 dong coin in his ear because he would lose it if he put it in his pocket. It would fall out. Can you see that?
Tôi là Đài, năm nay là 69 tuổi rồi. Đi lính được coi như là 12 năm.
Thì sau đó là chiến tranh xong thì
chiến tranh xong thì về sống là một người dân bình thường. Làm những công việc tư nhân hoặc là đến bây giờ mình lớn tuổi rồi thì bây giờ mình không làm gì hết, thay vì để tránh cái vấn đề kinh tế gia đình thì mình tự kiếm sống bằng nghề xích lô cho qua ngày.
They each take a tourist around for 15 minutes, one tourist, and they each get 15,000 dong, which is, less than $1. Nếu là may mắn thì cũng được 50.000.
50.000.
Nếu xui thì...
Xui thì không có đồng nào.
Xui thì không có gì.
Oh, very hungry.
Your first impressions of cyclos when you first came to Vietnam?
Oh, well, I guess I just never wanted to go on one because I just thought it looked so difficult for them. And I imagined myself to be some kind of colonialist getting into a rickshaw and being like, I am white, take me around. And while they were sweating and I was sitting fanning myself or something, I just felt, I would have felt guilty doing it. But now that we're hanging out with Todd, I've known him for a while now. This is his job, and if we don't take a cyclo, then he hasn't got any money coming in.
In the post-Vietnam War period, bicycles were the primary mode of transport here as the communist government struggled to feed its people under a planned economy. With at least 30% of the population living under the poverty line, motorbikes became a conspicuous sign of wealth. In 1986, broad economic reforms known as Doi Moi reopened Vietnam to foreign investment. Today, there are roughly 16 million motorbikes for Vietnam's 84 million people, all in an area smaller than the state of California. And the locals believe there is no job too big for their bike.
Ba con gái hả? The heaviest thing he's ever taken was 3 girls. 3 heavy girls.
As more money flows into Vietnam's economy, many families have forsaken farming for the big cities. Mun moved his family from the Mekong Delta to Ho Chi Minh City 8 years ago. He earns about $100 a month by driving expats like me around on a xe ôm, which refers to the hug you have to give the driver in order to hang on. How do you feel about driving xe ôm? Em có cảm giác gì không?
Có cảm giác như thế nào khi chạy xe ôm?
How do you feel?
I don't like. Không thích.
Yeah. Why?
Lúc nào cô dirty.
Con có thấy có gì vui không? Lúc nào mình lái xe thì có thỉnh thoảng thì có gì vui
thì
không?
thỉnh thoảng là cũng có một số khách chẳng hạn như người nước ngoài, mình có thể giao tiếp với họ thì mình rất là vui.
Rất là vui, tại vì anh thích nói tiếng Anh.
Mình trao đổi tiếng Anh với họ.
Đúng rồi, ok. Nhưng mà mỗi ngày khác phải không?
Mỗi chỗ khác á. Ở đó là mình đi vòng.
Although you're less likely to hear the ping of a bicycle bell these days, 96% of the population rely on motorbikes as their main form of transport. That may change when taxes on automobile imports, now at 100%, are slashed as Vietnam makes the transition to World Trade Organization member. But for now, cyclo drivers like Dai keep on pedaling.
Còn hầu hết là anh em xí lô là rất là khó khăn. Bây giờ còn có một ông bên kia 81 tuổi vẫn chạy.
I was asking about retirement. I said, does he ever expect to retire? And he said, well, for us, retirement means hunger. You know, retirement, if you say retirement, it means, okay, we're going to be hungry. So, no. And there's only a question of when you cannot move any longer. You can't pedal this thing any longer. That's when you stop.
So, what'd you think about that pod? We'd like to know. And you can let us know by going to current.com and search for Vietnam on Wheels and leave us all your feedback there.